Hey everyone, it's Mike from Destinations of Travel, coming to you live today from a rainy EPCOT. As you can see, it is not the nicest day out here. Temperature-wise, it's great. We're in like the low 80s. But raining and supposed to rain all day long. This might not be the longest video today, just because I think the weather is supposed to actually get pretty bad. So I have my umbrella, but that can only do so much if it gets really bad. So we'll see. We'll go as long as we can here. Try to make a walk around the park. We are at a point in time where we are in what we affectionately refer to as Diet EPCOT, or EPCOT Light. There is no festival happening. So it is just plain old EPCOT. That's why you don't see in the title there, live from EPCOT, as opposed to from the EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival, or whatever other festival you may choose. Food and Wine is right around the corner, starts next month. So we will be back for that. But it's been a little while since we got out to EPCOT, and there's been some fun changes, some new additions to EPCOT. So let's take a walk around here and try to stay as dry as possible. And I apologize in advance for the umbrella shots that get into the top there. So we'll start talking about it now as I make my way over there. But my main reason for being here today is actually for Test Track. So Test Track is not currently open yet. Opens on Tuesday. This is Test Track 3.0. If you're not familiar with the attraction or up to date on your Walt Disney World news, Test Track has been closed for refurbishment for quite a while now. And we are getting a new version of the attraction that is opening on Tuesday, the 22nd. However, it is currently in pass holder previews. We got a 20-minute wait for Spaceship Earth today. Hi, Randy. So yeah, Test Track 3.0 is in pass holder previews right now, and I did just get to ride it. So I will share some more of my thoughts as we make our way over there. There was also another very exciting addition to EPCOT since the last time we've been out here. And that is, of course, Geo 82. That is the new bar and lounge inside the Spaceship Earth building here. Not really inside Spaceship Earth as you would think of it, but inside this building back here, attached to Spaceship Earth. And I say that's new, since the last time we were here. Really, it's since the last time we've done a live stream here, but I have plenty of coverage of Geo 82 on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/D2Travel, if you want to take a detailed look at Geo 82. I loved it. I would pop in there right now, but see, there's a lot of guests hiding out from the rain, and I have the umbrella out. It's just a hassle. But I'll give you a look right here. As you can see the windows of Geo 82. And when I say go in there, I mean go into the Project Tomorrow area and just see the entrance. You cannot go into Geo 82 if you don't have a reservation, and they are very difficult reservations to get right now. So if you're planning to visit EPCOT, ask your Destinations Travel advisor to help you with that, so they can definitely make things a little bit easier for you. So you see those lights inside those windows there? That is Geo 82. And again, this is a new bar and lounge that just opened a month ago about. And it is an adults only dining location. So you have to be 21 or older to enter Geo 82. They have some really unique, fun, delicious cocktails. I will say, if you are not a fan of spirits and various liquors, it might not be the place for you. I'm a big whiskey drinker, so that was something that I really enjoyed. They have a really, really great old fashioned on the menu. the brown butter old fashioned. Highly recommend that. I tried some really unique drinks. Again, you can check out the full video on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/D2Travel. Shared the full experience of GO82. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's a beautiful location, especially if you are a fan of EPCOT and the history of EPCOT. There's some really cool, fun little details and nods in there. So again, check out that video and ask your Destinations to Travel advisor for help getting your dining reservation set up. I might as well plug that right now. If you don't have a Destination to Travel advisor, head over to d2travel.com, d2travel.com, or you can send us an email at info@d2travel.com, and we'll get you set up with an advisor today. Let me catch up on a few comments here, and this is going to be a struggle, sorry, as I'm holding the umbrella. Randy says, want to check it out. Yeah, again, if you're a fan of spirits and you really like cocktails, this is a really, really cool place. They do have beers and wines and things like that too, and their food is also very good. In fact, one of my friends who was with me for that video doesn't drink, and they do have a couple of mocktails, and he enjoyed a lot of the food, so still a really good experience. Rachel says, oh no, rainy day. Yeah, it is, and it might get pretty bad here today, so we might have to cut off today's live stream short, but we'll get to, I just wanted to talk about a couple of things here at EPCOT, so we'll make sure we get those done pretty quickly here. Has this been the weather all day today? Pretty much. And I think it's actually supposed to stay this way all day. Not for me in that case, says Sharon. Yeah, it's not going to be for everyone, for sure. Although, I mean, if you can get the dining reservation, just go in there, try a mocktail. You know, maybe you don't hang out for that long. Don't spend too much of your day in there. But it's a really, really beautiful space. And again, if you're a big EPCOT fan, then worth checking out. Have a wonderful afternoon, says Patty. Thanks, Patty. And yes, you can catch the replay later. This video will remain up on our Facebook for 30 days, I believe, if that's continuing to be Facebook's policy. They seem to be changing things, I don't know. But it will be on our YouTube channel too, if you always want to, if you ever want to go back and check this video out again. All right, so we are going to start making our way over towards Test Track. Hi, Simon. Randy says, Randy, I misread your comment there for a second. I thought it said Food Watch, and I was very excited. Unfortunately, it says Flood Watch out for Walt Disney World in the other park, so much less exciting. Yeah, not ideal as far as the weather is concerned. Sharon says a lot of flooding last night here in Jersey. Wow, I hope everyone's safe. I know it was getting a lot of rain there in New Jersey. We have been getting some, I mean, we've been getting our typical thunderstorms, summer thunderstorms here in Central Florida. All right, we're going to make our way between Creations and Connections, head over towards Test Track, which again, not currently open, but does reopen on Tuesday, the 22nd, but currently operating in pass holder previews. And only for a few more days. I believe it is today, tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, but then Thursday and Friday. I think. I might have the dates mixed up, but it's something like that. By the way, as I said at the top, the Food and Wine Festival, right around the corner. I don't have the date off the top of my head. I was so concerned talking about Test Track and GO82 that I didn't really think about Food and Wine. But again, that is coming up, and it does last quite a while. So it'll be going from next month into November. Oh, Randy says he saw Test Track actually did soft open yesterday. Interesting. But again, it is currently operating pass holder previews, although I guess with the rain right now, it is probably in a delay. But again, I did just get to experience it. Luckily, it actually just started to rain as we hit the outside portion, which was fun. But if you're a fan of what Test Track used to be, you're still going to love it. As far as I could tell, the track is unchanged. It's the same ride experience, as far as movement is concerned, at least. The biggest glaring difference, you no longer design your car. That part has been removed. The queue is actually much more streamlined. Fairly basic queue. Like, there's some stuff to look at, but nothing groundbreaking. But the ride itself, way more visually impressive than Test Track used to be. And it was always a pretty cool attraction as far as the visuals. They did some really cool stuff in this one. So, definitely a fun experience. And I'm really, really glad to see it reopening because a couple of reasons. One, it's one of my favorite attractions here in this park. And two, having a big attraction open like this, spreads the crowds out a little bit more. So you'll see some shorter wait times than some of the other attractions. It is also taking one of the top tier spots as far as Lightning Lane is concerned. So if you are getting Lightning Lanes for your Epcot visit, this will be in the top spot along with Guardians and Frozen? No, I'm sorry. Guardians is individual with Ratatouille and Frozen. And Soarin' is getting bumped down to that second tier. So it does change things for Lightning Lane a little bit. Makes things a little bit easier if you want to get on Soarin', which is nice. Let's see here. Catch up on a few comments, which again, sorry, it's very difficult to scroll back while holding the umbrella. Rachel is at 31 days, counting down to a Disney vacation. That's so exciting. That is always so much fun. I'm counting down to a Disney cruise myself and can't wait. Natalie says Food and Wine is so fun. Love Food and Wine Festival. Love all the festivals here at Epcot. You can't go wrong with any of them. Which Randy has the information for me. Thank you, Randy. Food and Wine Festival is August 28th until November 22nd. So you got plenty of time to get out and experience the Food and Wine Festival. I can't wait. I love, when they drop those new menus and you get to see all the new stuff they're going to have this year. Randy says, I've seen Media Day ride-through videos for Test Track. Yep, there are plenty of videos out there. We are going to have a video up on our YouTube channel tomorrow. Again, youtube.com/D2Travel. You'll be able to check out a full ride-through of Test Track. And yeah, so I'm very excited, like I said, to have Test Track coming back. Really enjoyed the new version of it. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to drop them in the comments as we continue to just walk around and see as much of Epcot as we can before the rain gets a little too bad for us. I do see there is a Food and Wine booth up ahead. I don't think we're going to get any information out of it because, again, they haven't released the menus just yet. But, of course, Disney does have a way of releasing news while I am out for these live streams. So, keep an eye out. You might see these menus drop any moment now. Oh, Randy says Food and Wine menu. There you go. There. Thank you, Randy. Did they literally just drop? Did that just happen? We got a couple of booths out here. There's usually a seafood booth here, and then I don't know how to describe the other one. I mean, it's hard to describe all of the booths, really, but we'll have a few more over here. You'll have the taste track over here. And then the Flavors from Fire, which is always one of my favorites. Food and Wine is always great, but ironically, I think it might be my least favorite of the Epcot festivals. I love it. Don't get me wrong. Again, all of the festivals are fantastic. I love coming out for them. And I will be here for Food and Wine at least a few times. But, I don't know. Flower and Garden, the park looks nicer. Festival of the Arts weirdly always has my favorite food. And then Festival of Holidays is just magical. So, I don't know if Food and Wine is maybe just my least favorite one. But again, I still love it. Oh, I'm excited to check out the Food and Wine menus now if they just dropped. The best way to keep tabs on that, by the way, is to head to Disney Parks blog. They always release a foodie guide for events like that, or the Epcot festivals, holiday things, and any other thing going on in the parks. They'll release a foodie guide for, even just like a holiday where there's not really any event happening. They'll release things like that. We're going to head towards Communicore Plaza because I am just remembering that we have not been here since Cool Kids Summer started. So you might have seen some of the Cool Kids Summer offerings on our social media, but we have not been here for a live stream. So Goofy has taken over the Communicore Hall. I'm trying to catch up. Rachel, it's coming September or October. Well, in September, October, Food and Wine will be happening here at Epcot. It starts next month and runs through November, most of November. What festival is going on now, if any? None right now in Epcot. We're actually in a weirdly long gap without a festival. So like I said, Goofy has taken over the Communicore Hall. So we got the Grab and Goof. You got some special food offerings here: mac and cheese bites, pepperoni pizza ravioli, and cookies and cream ravioli, as well as Goofy's Gone Fishing special beverage. I have tried the cookies and cream ravioli, and actually all three of those foods I've tried. And they were pretty good if you're looking for a quick bite. Of course, it's tough competition because there's a lot of really good food in Epcot, but let me catch up on a couple more comments here because I see... Okay, Randy confirmed they have not dropped the menus yet for Food and Wine. Okay, it should be coming very soon because, again, the festival starts in just a little over a month. So maybe we have a couple weeks still before they release the menus, but they always release a foodie guide for that. Let me see here. What else was there? Donald has a new meet and greet area in the Mexico Pavilion. Nice. We'll start to walk around World Showcase, but again, if the weather gets too bad, we probably won't go for too long. But Mexico Pavilion's easy to manage. Let's head into Communicore Hall real quick because it looks like the dance party is happening. I just got to pull my umbrella down for a second, which is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Bear with me for just a second as you stare at a trash can. Okay, we got it. And you can see, so the Cool Kids Summer offerings here at Epcot, you've got this Goofy dance party happening in Communicore Hall, along with the Grab and Goof food. And there have been some special snacks and things like that as well. So again, that's just for Cool Kids Summer, so that'll only be going on for roughly another month. So if you're visiting anytime soon, you'll be able to see that. Let me see here. Comment from Rachel. Tickets for the first 2 Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween parties. I am jealous. One night we dress up, the other we don't. That's well played. I like the way that you do that because it's always so much fun seeing the costumes. By the way, if you're not familiar, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is the Halloween event, the separately ticketed Halloween event over in Magic Kingdom. So you do have to get tickets specifically for the Halloween party. And guests are encouraged to come in costume. And a lot of guests do a really, really awesome job. You get to see some really cool costumes. But doing that way, going twice and one time wearing a costume, one time just going more so to enjoy yourself because it's summer and because Mickey's Not So Scary does begin in August. So it's summer in Florida, so it's going to be very hot even at night. So those costumes can be a bit uncomfortable sometimes. So I like that. That's a really fun idea. So hot, I heard in August. Yeah, absolutely. And if you want more information about Mickey's Not So Scary, we actually will be discussing the Halloween party on our podcast. So we'll have a new episode out on Monday discussing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. And if you're not familiar, it is the Parks and Passports podcast. Easy for me to say. And that is part of the Chip & Co., the Chip & Company podcast network. So if you search Chip & Company, wherever you get your podcasts, you'll find their network, and you'll see our podcast come up every 2 weeks with a new episode. And again, we will be discussing Mickey's Not So Scary on Monday. Our previous episode, we talked about the Disney Wish. And then we talk about whatever other headlines are out there and get into some nonsense too. So if you're looking for a new podcast discussing the Disney and Universal parks and travel in general, check out the Chip & Company podcast network. Randy also says Festival of the Holidays starts 6 days after Food and Wine. So yeah, Food and Wine ends November 22nd. Festival of the Holidays, November 28th. And that's more, that's a quick turnaround, but that is closer to what we typically see as far as the break between festivals here at EPCOT. We're in a really long break right now. I feel like Flower and Garden ended a little early and Food and Wine beginning a little bit late. We're gonna head into World Showcase. Maybe we'll do a quick lap around. We'll see how this weather holds up. As we're walking, I will also give a quick plug for our Walt Disney World Resort Hotel Spotlight Series, which if you've been watching these videos, you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, it sounds crazy. But we are getting out to every Walt Disney World Resort Hotel this year, giving you guys a closer look at each one and what it has to offer. And what we are doing is, starting on Monday, we release a sort of overview video of the hotel. Just a quick little reel looking at everything. We then we highlight the room offerings, the food and beverage offerings, all the dining locations at the hotel, whatever makes that hotel special. So for example, we just did Disney's Coronado Springs Resort this past weekend. And that would be the Grand Destino Tower is what makes that one special, because that is beautiful. And we'll be continuing that next week, so keep an eye out right here on our Facebook. Oh, and I should say we end the week with a live stream from the hotel, so you guys can see it in real time and ask your questions and get a closer look at anything you might want to see. Sorry, I was stuck on the comments here for a second. Sharon says, great fun for the kiddos. Yeah, for the Goofy dance party in there. Yeah, it is really fun. We showed that at what they're offering at Disney's Hollywood Studios as well for Cool Kids Summer. There are offerings at Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom. We haven't gotten a chance to look at them yet. There's just been too much else going on, so. Let's see here. All right, looks like we have a dilemma for Audrey here. Still debating my next trip after my birthday, one next month. Not sure if I want to do Christmas and Beach Boys concert or Halloween and Big Bad Voodoo Daddy concert. Nice. Yeah, so the Food and Wine Festival, there is the Eat to the Beat concert series and the Beach Boys and Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. Oh wait, yeah, I think he's just not one of the new ones, or they're not one of the new ones, but yeah, so there's Beach Boys are performing here at EPCOT. You can check out the full Eat to the Beat concert series lineup on Chip & Company. They have the full lineup up there. I'm going to take a quick look across the lagoon as I catch up on some more comments. Audrey, honestly, I am no help to you. I guess between the two concerts, I actually still no help. I'm sorry. I do love Halloween. I'm definitely more of a Halloween fan. But the holidays at Walt Disney World are incredible, so really tough choice. Parks Blog does have an appetizer photos for the Food and Wine Fest. Yes, they released a little bit of a tease for what food will be offered at Food and Wine. Oh, no, sorry. Just to explain for Rachel, the Disney Wish is one of the Disney Cruise Line ships. You are probably thinking of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Randy asks to see the trains over in the Germany Pavilion, as always. Which resort for this upcoming week, Sharon asked. Well, you know what? You guys are here watching the EPCOT video, so I will give you the insider info. We're going to get out to Beach Club over on the boardwalk next. That is our next stop. And then, you know, as you would probably assume, the next stop after that will be Yacht Club. So Yacht and Beach coming up very soon. I was planning, if you've been following along with those videos, you know I did Boardwalk quite a while ago. And I did want to do Yacht and Beach right after that. But there was construction on their pool, and their pool is one of the most impressive in all of Walt Disney World. So I didn't want to not be able to show you guys the pool. Animal Kingdom Lodge is coming. Don't worry. We will get out there. I know when I started this, I was like, oh, I can't wait to go to Wilderness, and not thinking like, oh, that's 11 months from now. Wendy says trying to come down in October, would love to make the Halloween party. Yeah. I love Mickey's Not So Scary. It's so much fun. I love Halloween season in general. Big Halloween guy. And Mickey's Not So Scary is so much fun. Oh, I'm sorry. I walked right through Mexico. Didn't even think about the new meet and greet spot that Randy mentioned. I didn't see anything, but if it's inside, then it's probably not something we're going to go into because there's just a lot of traffic. I got the umbrella, and that building tends to kill our service. So, Stormling Bay is now reopened. Randy says, yes, that is the pool over at Yacht and Beach. And that is why we are going there next. So I know they do meet and greets over here. But Randy was saying there was a new meet and greet location, maybe inside. I'm not sure. Oh, awesome. So Rachel was talking about going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party in costume, and says she and her daughter dressed as Winnie and Sarah from Hocus Pocus. Very, very cool. The Hocus, full disclosure, I'm not a fan of the movie Hocus Pocus. The show during Not So Scary is so good. I love it. And so that is a really popular, really cool costume to do for Mickey's Not So Scary. Going this year as Winnie and the Evil Queen. My daughter is amazing at makeup. That's awesome. That's such a fun, cool talent to have when you're going to parties and things like this. That's so much fun. Oh, the meet queue is just before the pavilion. Sorry, Randy. It's funny what rain does to a park like Epcot, because usually, I mean, granted there's no festival going on right now, so I guess World Showcase typically isn't going to be that busy, but it would be busier than this. And with the rain coming down, guests are more likely to go jump in any queue for any attraction. So you're going to see longer wait times and emptier walkways. Tiffany is coming for the first. Oh, for our first. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Mickey's Not So Scary in August. Needs to decide on a family costume that is teen. Did it say teen boy approved? Yes, teen boy approved. Yeah, I could see that being difficult for Disney. We actually, like I said earlier, counting down to a Disney cruise, it's a Halloween on the High Seas cruise. So we also are planning some family costumes. So I'm excited for that. And as we're walking around right now, well, first I'll point out we got another food booth for food and wine over here, which again, doesn't begin for another month. So they are prepared already. But as we are walking around here, I will just remind you guys that if you would like to plan a Disney vacation of any kind, Disney parks, Disney cruise, Adventures by Disney, whatever you might want to be looking into, Destination Travel Advisors can make that so much easier for you at no additional cost. Head to d2travel.com or send us an email at info@d2travel.com. That's d2travel.com. Like I was talking about, getting a reservation for GO82 or getting lightning lane selections. Destination Travel Advisor can help you out with that, again, at no additional cost, so it's a no-brainer. There are also special promotions going on for Disney all the time. Like they just announced 20% up to 20% off your hotel stay for this holiday season. And your Destination Travel Advisor is going to be on top of those things. So they'll save you money if they can. And you don't even have to think about it. So one more time, d2travel.com or info@d2travel.com. Start planning your next Disney vacation. And we will definitely be back here probably that first week of the EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival, which again begins late August. What was it, Randy? August 28th? And then November 22nd? Do I have that right? Something like that. We're making our way through the Germany Pavilion. Got to go take a look at the trains for Randy. And for me, I do love the trains. And so I can remind Disney that they just need to strap a camera to those things and live stream them all day long, because we will all sit here and watch that. Yes, those dates are correct. Thank you, Randy. August 28th, November 22nd. The EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival 2025. Uh-oh, I don't see any moving trains. Wonder if the rain shut them down. And if you're not familiar, pretty self-explanatory. Looking at the train tracks here, you'll see little model trains running through this whole village most of the time when it's not raining. It's actually not even really raining all that hard right now. Don't really need the umbrella. I'm gonna try and struggle to close it real quick. All right, we're good. Oh, nice. Tiffany will be here for the opening weekend of Food and Wine Festival. Very cool. And yeah, of course, if you see me in the parks, please say hi. Not that I'm very rarely actually on camera. Well, I tried to flip it. Hang on. Nope, it's not letting me flip it now. Okay, so it let me accidentally flip it at the start of the video, but it's not working now. Ooh, so Rachel asked, wait, if I already made a reservation package with the dining plan, can I still get that 20% off? So that depends on a few things, because the promotion, actually the hotel promotion, I believe, is not exclusive. I know there is a shopping and dining card promotion that goes along with that is exclusive. You can't have a discounted ticket. But if you booked with the Destination to Travel Advisor, they're probably already working on it for you. And if you booked on your own, I'm not sure, unfortunately. I don't know if that can be adjusted. But that's why you should book with the Destination Travel Advisor. And again, it is up to 20% off. So it depends on your hotel stay, like which hotel you're staying at, and the dates as well. So keep that in mind. Coming past the America Gardens Theater, this is where you will find the E to the Beat concert series. So those concerts we were talking about earlier. So like the Beach Boys, one of the new additions to this year's concert lineup. Off the top of my head, who else is new? Jordan Sparks is a new one. And I can't remember the other ones. It was a few weeks ago that they released that information, but Rachel, what I would recommend is sending an email to info@D2Travel, and we'll see if we can work with your reservation. We might be able to help you out with that. Just send an email saying, like, explaining your situation, and we might be able to make some adjustments for you. If not, at the very least, we'll point you in the right direction. See the Japan Pavilion booth here for food and wine. It's funny how early these are all set up and like decorated and everything. Rachel asked, when do the Beach Boys come? I'm not sure the specific dates, but if you go to Disney Parks blog has the information, or Chip and Company has the information, you can go over there. Or if you just do a quick Google search for the Eat to the Beat concert series at EPCOT, you'll find the full lineup. When we are here for the festival and they have like the program booklets and everything, I can run through all that information, but they don't have it out right now, unfortunately. Yeah, that email again is info@D2Travel. So D, the number 2, travel.com. Thanks, Randy. Or do what Mike just said. It's funny, I started off at the top of this video today saying, Temperature-wise, it's very nice out. And with the rain, you know, typically things get cooled off. But that's just not the way Florida humidity works. The rain comes down and then it's just steaming up off the ground and you're still just sweating. So I always like to recommend, there's basically 2 seasons in Florida, and it's summer for like 8 months, and then we get 4 months of just who knows. Just throw a dart, and when you wake up in the morning, you might get up and leave your bed and it's 40 degrees outside. It might be 80 degrees the next day. So right now, that is not the case. You can expect 80 degrees when you wake up and up to 100 in the middle of the day. So at least if you're visiting in summer, the weather is more predictable. Beach Boys are November 16th and 17th. Thank you, Randy. So yeah, right at the tail end of the Food and Wine Festival. Hey, you're welcome, Wendy. Wendy says, I'm sure missing Disney. I appreciate you going live for us. I appreciate you watching. Making our way through the France Pavilion. And there's the France Pavilion booth for Food and Wine. That booth is permanent. It's there for every festival. While we're making our way around here, I'll just explain again that there are promotions out there for Disney right now. They just released last week. You can save up to 20% on your hotel stay this holiday season. Of course, select dates and the exact percentage saved depends on which hotel you're staying at. There is also an add-on to that. If you add 4 days of park tickets, and I believe it's 1 park per day. Doesn't have to be park hopper tickets, but don't quote me on that. But you can get a dining and shopping card worth up to $100 as well, which saves you a decent chunk of money there. So again, d2travel.com, or you can send us an email at info@d2travel.com. Let a destination to travel advisor set that all up for you. Sharon says, nice discount. Yeah, absolutely. 20% off of a hotel stay. That's definitely a nice savings. And it's for the holiday season too, which is typically a time where you don't really see many promotions going on because everybody wants to come to Walt Disney World during the holiday season. So it's an extra magical time to visit Walt Disney World. And we talked about Not So Scary. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is not far behind. We actually just got the announcements last week, I believe, as well, that Mickey's Very Merry and Jollywood Nights and all of the other holiday offerings around Walt Disney World are returning. And we got all the dates and all that for that. So again, you can ask your Destinations to Travel advisor if you're going to start planning your holiday vacation. We got Alice out here. Very fun. That's the only character we saw making our way around, which is not surprising because it's raining, but it's still nice to see any characters out. Yes, Tiffany, it depends on the tier. Actually, not specific to the normal tiers. There is a whole list of the hotels, so it will depend on which hotel you're staying at. But at the very least, you could save like 10% on your hotel stay, which is always nice as well. Randy, could not agree with you more. They need to bring back the dream lights on the castle. 100%. Man, the holidays are incredible still, here at Walt Disney World, but the dream lights, and if you're not familiar, those are the bright white lights that just cloaked Cinderella Castle, that were just so incredibly beautiful. They removed those, was it 2020? Was it 2019? Right around there. And we have not had them since. They do projections on the castle, which look really nice, but they're not the same. I miss the dream lights on Cinderella Castle for sure. You know what? While we're at it, bring back the Osborne lights over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Because I never got to see them, and I am bummed about that. Those have been gone for almost 10 years now. I am smelling that maple popcorn as we make our way past Canada. And guess what? Have not eaten lunch today. So, what else is new? 2019, thank you, Randy, for the, when they removed the dream lights. So we're gonna go back to that main port of entry over there and head back up towards Spaceship Earth, where we will wrap things up. Oh, Disney Bunny. And that is a real bunny, not an animatronic. Randy agrees with me on Osborne Lights. Also has not eaten lunch. Yeah, that is the struggle that we deal with these videos. They're always right around lunchtime. We're always looking at, and in my case, smelling really delicious food. So again, if you joined this video late today, our main topics were GO82, the new adults-only bar and lounge attached to Spaceship Earth, and Test Track 3.0, which again is in pass holder previews right now. I got to ride it earlier today. Really enjoyed it. If you were a fan of the old attraction, you're gonna love it. Very similar ride experience, but visually more impressive. And the only big difference, well, not the only big difference, but the thing that's missing is you're no longer designing your own car, which I did enjoy, but I think it's worth the trade-off for what that attraction is now, because it is just really, really impressive. Oh, Randy, I am with you. And I just walked away from France. Le Hall back in the France Pavilion is one of my favorite quick services in this park. However, it's rare that I actually eat at any of the normal food and beverage offerings at EPCOT, because I'm usually here for a festival. And there's just so many other new things to try that I never get around to my typical favorites. And again, before I get too far away from talking about Test Track, we will have a full ride through video up on our YouTube channel tomorrow if you want to see that. If you're planning a visit sometime soon, you want to stay spoiler free, maybe don't want to watch it just yet, totally get that, because that's what I would do. But if you don't mind spoilers, not that there's much to spoil on that attraction anyway. Again, the ride system is pretty much the same thing, so but totally get it if you don't want to see it before you ride it. So as we make our way up to a nice view of Spaceship Earth to wrap up today's video, I will say one more time, if you were thinking about planning a Walt Disney World resort vacation or Disney vacation in general, head over to d2travel.com or send us an email at info@d2travel.com. Get in touch with the Destinations to Travel advisor today. Let them do all the heavy lifting for planning your vacation at no additional cost to you. It doesn't cost you a penny. So it's really a no-brainer. One more time, d2travel.com. And I will also give a quick plug for youtube.com/d2travel. If you want to check out some additional content, like I said, that test track video will be up there tomorrow. But we have a lot of other content on there, as well as replays of our live streams if you want to go back and check out any of the Walt Disney World Resort Spotlight series or any of our live streams from any of the parks. So lots to check out over there, youtube.com/d2travel. But that is going to do it for us today. Thank you everyone for joining me for a rainy walk around EPCOT. And again, keep an eye out for our next live stream as we continue our Resort Hotel Spotlight series. And go check out that video of GO82 because that was a really, really fun experience and I love that bar. So, all right, I will stop plugging our other stuff. Thanks again, everyone. Oh, I will, hang on, I got a couple comments here. Test Track 3.0 is still the fastest ride in Disney World. Yep, 100%. It might be a little bit faster, actually. And Sharon, I just want to give you a heads up. Thank you for watching, but I also want to give you a heads up. The live stream will be next week as we continue the Spotlight series. And so next Saturday, I don't know the date off the top of my head, but the 26th? That sounds right. Saturday the 26th, as we'll continue the Spotlight series, so keep an eye out for that. But thank you again, everyone, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye.